Lethal Company was a video game released in early access in October of 2023 by indie game developer and ex-Roblox game developer, Zeekers. Shout out, by the way, you've made an amazing game. Can't stop playing it. There might be a reason for that. Lethal Company throws players into a retrofuturistic, post-apocalyptic setting where they become contracted employees of the company. The objective? Collect scrap from abandoned industrialized moons within a 3-day time frame, all while navigating traps, dodging environmental hazards, and trying not to die to monsters hiding in the darkness of each facility you drop into. You need to carefully manage your stamina and carry weight while sprinting, searching facilities, and trying to get as many high-value items as possible back to your ship. But you already knew that, didn't you? Trying to describe the game in dry game design terms isn't very enticing. It looks like pretty much every other survival game you've ever seen on Twitch. Plenty of jump scares, lots of chaos, and at least one clippable moment per stream. That's kind of what I want to focus on here. Lethal Company is a game that is entirely designed to be a comedy generator. When you drop onto your first moon with your group, modded, not modded, organized, just a bunch of people playing the game for funsies, expect things to go wrong very quickly, in short order, and to hilarious results. See, Lethal Company is not expecting you to get everything right on the first run. The handbook that you're provided next to your spaceship's console is deliberately unhelpful. The terminal that you could use to plot courses and access various features of your ship is obtuse, yet pretty much like a children's toy once you enter a few commands for the first time. You're not given any kind of protection, and you die in pretty much 2 to 3 hits to most of the monsters you can find, not including landmines or turrets. It's safe to say that the game is incredibly hostile to newcomers. You're not exactly supposed to survive your first day, much less your first run. That's where information comes into play. You're supposed to learn from your mistakes, laugh when you get absolutely wrecked due to bad circumstances, and figure out more ways to avoid those situations next time. Even better, you're supposed to bring along your hapless friends to take hits for you. Or maybe you're the one taking the next snaps for them. Don't quote me on that. You won't start off by knowing what the hell a bracken is, or that you can jump on railings to avoid getting killed by most of the monsters that chase after you.
Come here, bitch. No! Oh, he can kill you on the railing. Okay.
Okay, maybe not that one. With every run, you'll lose less and less. You'll try out new items and figure out that the jetpack is a literal death trap, so don't buy it. You and your friends will probably figure out who's the best at actually relaying instructions over the radio, so they can park their ass in the shuttle like a good Phasmophobia player and watch the radar. Those perfect clips will start rolling in where the biggest improv Three Stooges routine will just spontaneously start playing out. But with that growing expertise, you're going to start feeling differently about the game's feel. Speaking of Phasmophobia, there's a game that changes when you play for too long. Editor's note, yes, Pyrocynical made a video where this point was touched on for about 5 seconds. I think that I have some additional info to share, so don't worry about it. Replace comedy with horror, and you get the gist of how Phasmo works. First, you get a stream VOD that your friend sent over, you buy the game, bracing to be spooked out of your mind. You start off with 0 information, you're given the tools to learn how things work for yourself, and you and your friends are expected to gain an understanding of how to take on each of the ghosts that you need to deal with in an organized manner. You're gonna get jump scared, but with each surprise, you're gonna feel more and more used to it. Basically, it's going to go from a horror survival game to a pure puzzle game over the course of 20-ish hours. You see one ghost, you scream. You see over 100 ghosts? Well, it just becomes another Tuesday. How many Bracken have you seen in this week alone? As written about in the American Psychological Association's Science Watch article, Conquering Fear, keep in mind that this is about a test involving mice, but it seems to extend to humans as well. If you expose a subject to the cause of a fear in concentrated bursts, you can completely minimize it and make it a sort of neutral event in the mind of the subject over time. Thus, getting ripped to shreds by blind dogs every run when you won't shut up and pull the takeoff lever is slowly making you less afraid of those nasty sharp teeth. Probably. With that comes expertise. You know exactly what to expect on most runs, and therefore can plan way further ahead in getting as many high-value scrap pieces out as possible. Unfortunately, this also has the side effect of taking away the spontaneous fun that you bought the game for in the first place. From walking in blind to completely overcoming obstacles with a well-thought-out plan run after run, the game just isn't the same 20 hours in. But that's not a bad thing. Lethal Company is designed to turn you into a perfect contractor for the company. The suffering will continue until morale improves. That, in turn, makes you compelled to tell your friends about this awesome game that you're having a ton of fun with. Then they get to be the newbies that you can tease into their first set of jump scares. See? The title lies, as YouTube videos often do. Not quite. I personally found the game way more exciting when I first started playing, but gaining experience with it gave me the chance to introduce new people that I know are going to love the chaos that can result from a plan going horribly wrong. Half of my friends don't even listen to me when I try to tell them how to insert more RAM into their computer. You want to watch the jump there? Oh, yeah, no. So trying to get them to survive a lethal encounter with horrors beyond their comprehension is one of the most frustrating and fun experiences that I will ever have in a video game. I might be the teacher, but soon they will be the master too.